What's up, and how's it going? Okay, so tonight we're taking a step back. If you watched last night's video, I had a big conspiracy video basically where I was hoping I would bear some fruits to a mystery, and well, feedback. I did. So no fruits were born from the tree, but back with Pokemon Sword. Tonight, I'm, again, kind of just taking a step back. Gonna just jump back into some more Dynamax adventures and maybe some raids tonight, too. Maybe later on. Trips! How's it going, Trips? How you doing? How was the, Thursday? Hopefully it was a pretty good one. How's Friday going for you so far? I've been thinking about what to do next as far as Pokemon as well. There's a few things I can do. A few shiny hunts for those I don't have. But I've also been thinking about other games that I need to really get behind. Mostly catch up on, like Monster Hunter World is one I've kind of like had on breaks for a little bit. Final Fantasy XIV is one as well. Actively play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. I've been thinking about that, but I've been trying to take a break from it. Honestly, just been really wanting to get to a point where I can just jump back into it and have a lot of content to play rather than a little content and then an endless grind for months. So I've been taking a break from that. It's a very popular game I've played on the stream for the last few years, really. It's been a big stepping stone for the stream, but over the last, actually the year, the game's been very lacking as far as content and super grind, which I'm not a big fan of. So I've been in a debate, like a weird debate on where I want to go next with Pokemon, what games I have on the back burner that I've kind of like set back for a little bit. Kind of basically decided I'm not going to be getting back to Persona 4 because the game has so many copyright issues in 2020 to try to play that it is kind of impossible. So as far as that goes, tonight I'm streaming. I'm off on Friday, and I have Saturdays. I always take Friday and Saturday off each week. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of thinking on these 2 days on what I want to do as far as Pokemon moving forward, and, you know, still keeping possibly Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV on the back burner. Might jump back into Monster Hunter. I'm not really sure just yet, but yeah, the next 2 days I'm going to be trying to figure out a little bit more focus, but to not just taking it back a notch again, we're gonna do some Dynamax adventures, and again possibly some raids later on tonight. And Casey, hello, how are you, Casey? Hopefully you and Trips both are doing very well. I've been thinking about picking up the only game at this point in time. Only 2 games I haven't played has been Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I don't even own a 3DS anymore, so that one's out of question. And Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, and I've been really thinking about playing Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. One of the two. I know it's a very downscaled version of the Pokemon games, but it's like, I don't know. I'm in a debate about it, so don't hold me too keen on that one. Can you give me one thing? Yeah, sure, if you want to. Sorry about the ramble at the beginning here. I've had a lot of thought going on today. If you're looking for a shiny, play Let's Go. Really? You have Let's Go Pikachu? How are the Let's Go games? Like, I've heard that they're a very easy version of, like, normal Pokemon games. But I haven't played or passed it. Well. That makes, I mean, that's kind of the same boat as me. I don't have it, but I've never played it. I don't really know much about it, other than I know it's the Kanto region, I know you don't battle wild Pokemon, and I I heard it's easier than any other Pokemon game. And that's pretty much all I know. You lost your Let's Go Eevee? I hate to hear that. I've got other games I actually do have that I want to stream. Another one I've been thinking about, I have Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man, and I've been really wanting to pick up the new Miles Morales game. Or, not The Amazing Spider-Man. I got movies on my mind, apparently. I've got the Spider-Man game for PlayStation 4. And I've had it on the wall, and I've been talking about streaming it for a while. I've never actually played it, so it'd be a completely just nonchalant, non-knowledgeable playthrough. Which I must say, as saying that, I guess I gotta stop calling a lot of the playthroughs that I have with like all caps and I'll say blonde. In the next few months, I don't know if they've already started, but apparently a lot of these companies or streaming accounts or channels or profiles or pages, I could go all day with that one. Anyway, they're apparently starting to ban videos that say blonde playthroughs because apparently the people who are visibly challenged are taking offense to that. So I might just start putting unknowledgeable playthrough or something. I don't know. I gotta keep up with 2020, obviously, with doing these things. Oftentimes when I would play a game, I would put blonde in the title, but that's offensive now, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out something to put into that. So I mean, I don't want to offend anybody either. So that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, Spider-Man might happen soon now. I've been really thinking about it. You're at 1,200 eggs or 1,200 eggs for the Trubbish. Holy jeez, you've hatched close to 600 eggs. You've hatched 500 eggs since yesterday. I'm very impressed. I have good Pokemon on there. Sir Trips or Casey, have either of you played the Spider-Man game? Two things. That's okay. Give me a second to really search through here. Which one? Just the first one that came out on PlayStation. Oh my god, it's a Shiny Volcanion. I've never even seen Shiny Volcanion before. It is so crazy looking, but I love it. Oh my god. That is Shiny Volcanion. How did you even get Shiny Volcanion? Oh my god. Did you see this? You're tired of AF? Oh, I bet. From the Japan event? I didn't even know you could get a shiny from the event. Is it the current one going down like buying like a Pokemon stuff and getting codes? That's right, it sounds so simple, but I mean, it's kind of like true. He's got a shiny stone. Sorry, I know I have the most plain looking face right now, but I'm trying to focus. You don't know someone gave it to you and said it was from there? Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, Necrozma! I think I've caught one. Is this shiny? It is. I'm really gonna have to. This is gonna be one I have to like put side by side. This is the first time I've ever seen a shiny Necrozma as well. I think I actually see the differences now that I'm looking at it. It has a lot more of a blue hue to it. Man, thank you so much, Casey. These are really awesome. But yeah, tonight for a little bit might be the last. I'm not gonna stop playing Pokemon. Don't think that. I've really enjoyed doing it. Stacy and I've been talking. She thinks it'd be a cool thing. I think it'd be a cool thing to like start a new, like maybe make a new profile on the Switch and start a new Pokemon Sword playthrough. Since I've never actually streamed the game other than Crown Tundra till now. So I think it'd be cool to be able to have one of those on there. I talked about doing the Pokemon Shield, but then Casey and Trips and Zyler. Yeah, I saw that Sephiroth's in Smash Brothers now. I saw that earlier. That's so crazy. But all three of you have been a really big help as far as really helping me out, building the decks up and getting all these cool Pokemon, and even the Pokemon that were Shield exclusives that I couldn't get into this game. So I've been thinking about starting a new game, but before I do that, there has been a game I've been promising people for a very long time I would play, and that is Spider-Man. And I really want to play that and then play the Miles Morales game, because the Miles Morales game is only like 6 hours. I think like separating that into like 3 streams. I know I just said it was 6 hours. I could easily do it in 2. But I feel like it'd be more comfortably played in like 3 streams, maybe 4, you know, getting collectibles, really looking for like some Easter eggs and stuff like that. But I've never played the original, and I know you can play like Miles Morales without the original, but I'd rather play the PS4 version than move to the Miles Morales game. But yeah, back to the shiny Trubbish hunt. Awesome, Casey. I'm actually about to start doing some Dynamax adventures, and then again later on probably do some raids. But yeah, I just wanted everybody to know I'm not giving up Pokemon. I'm probably going to end up starting a new journey pretty soon, because I'd really like to play through the whole game again and actually do it differently than I did the last time, and actually have a stream on here for it as well. Like I said, I didn't stream the game until the Crown Tundra came out, so it'd be nice to actually have actual stream footage of the story playthrough of this game for anybody that may have missed it, or anybody that may be curious about decisions I make along the way. If you do every mission on Cyberpunk, it takes about 150 hours. That is so insane. As soon as it's true, I have no idea what that means, Zyler. I did hear about the Sephiroth earlier today, though. Oh, is that the Sephiroth song from, like, the movie? The lyrics of the One Wing Angel? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I started looking at it, and I was like, And then I saw Sephiroth. I was like, oh, yeah. One Wing Angel. Taking me back to the Advent Children. Sephiroth! Just vibing. Start over again too, boss. Trips, that's cool. Again, so again, I don't stream on Fridays and I don't stream on Saturdays. It's my 2 off days. Those are my 2 spending the day with the family and the lady days. So Sunday when I get back on here, I'll probably start Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. But both the games I know aren't very long. I don't even own Miles Morales yet. I'll have to pick it up sometime after Christmas. But I will be starting Spider-Man on Sunday. So the next few streams will be Spider-Man after tonight. And then after Spider-Man, maybe between Spider-Man, Miles Morales, or it could be Miles Morales right after that. But after Spider-Man, I don't really have anything planned. So it'll probably be right back to Pokemon again, starting a new chapter for myself, doing a whole different playthrough of Pokemon Sword, which I'd really love to do. Christian Guerrero, how's it going? You're a big Final Fantasy villain fan? I like some of the villains, you know, like Kefka, like Sephiroth, and Final Fantasy XIV. Xeno'Galvis has been one of my favorite villains of all time, even though the fandom tends to hate him for some reason. Zien, hello. Where you live, it's Friday. It technically is Friday for me as well. It's like 2:49 a.m. here. But it's more like a Friday night thing, I call it. You know, like, if I work on a Thursday, I get off at, like, 11 p.m. So if I get off at 11 p.m., I come home, and, like, an hour later, it's technically Friday, but I go ahead and just call it Thursday still, because I haven't went to sleep yet. The days go on my sleep schedule. I don't roll over the days till I go to sleep. It's Friday in 11 minutes for you, Trips. 6:50 p.m. where you live. Oh, do you live in Australia? What do you work for? Money. Dinero. I know you mean, where do I work? I can't really talk about it too much. I just work in labor. Basically, I work on machines all day. That's about the most I could say, really. I say that because my job doesn't watch my streams, but if they ever did, they could fire me for talking about it, so I can't really say much. It's nothing crazy. It's literally nothing crazy at all. Just working physical labor, mostly working on machines all day, making things for everyday home use, mostly walking, and it's not shoes. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you'll figure something out there. You do live in the beautiful country Australia. Yeah, there's a few actual people that live in New Zealand, Australia, that actually currently watch the streams quite a bit. Even sometimes they don't even get on the chat, but they'll get on either Discord or things like that. And I've kind of started to notice, like, time differences. It's been a big cool thing trying to learn. Area 51 top stuff, all the best. No, there's literally no secrets there. They just want to keep it a secret because of commercialism. If I talk about things at work, if for some reason, which is highly doubtful, some other company that does the same thing we do jumps on there and I'm talking about company secrets, it's called commercialism secrets, and apparently I could get sued and fired for it. So, yeah, I try not to talk about it too much. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of your favorite villains. And I hate that I'm a Final Fantasy fan, but I'm one of the only people you might talk to, being a Final Fantasy fan, that just... I like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but I don't like Final Fantasy Tactics. And I never played, is it War of the Lions, I think it is? On PSP, I never played it, but it's just the tactics style games. I'm just not that big into it. Not talking shit, I'm really not. Because, like I said, I did like Tactics Advance. It was just more relatable growing up playing it on Game Boy Advance. But, yeah, I don't know. I really love that world, though. The whole, oh god, Rabanastre kind of, like, area and everything. I love that so much. You'd probably like it, Casey. I mean, if you like Pokemon, Final Fantasy is somewhat similar. I mean, very similar gameplay, but mostly revolving around a set handful of people telling a very, very vast, magical, or fantasy story, if you will. There's some great games, but it's not everybody's cup of tea, I understand. Every game is different as well, so there's that. Rob plays. Hello, Rob. How's it going? Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. I've been rambling for a long time. Again, though, just to solidify, I'll talk about it toward the end of the stream again as well. After tonight, I'm going to take a small break from Pokemon streams. Very small break. I'm going to be playing through Spider-Man. And then, either after Spider-Man, it will be which will be Sunday when I come back, or in 2 days from now. If you're already on Friday now, it will be 2 days from now. I'll be back. I'll be playing Spider-Man for a few days until we beat it. And then we're either going to jump into Miles Morales, or we're going to come into a Pokemon Sword story playthrough fully all the way, except for this game. It was the one game I've played where I've not done a story dive in. I literally started 2 DLCs in and then completed a couple Pokédexes, or 3 Pokédexes, and just kind of went from there. So I'd really like to have an actual playthrough of this game from me on the stream, or on the page, the channels, you know. But yeah, so Sunday when I come back, or 2 days from now, for anybody else already, you know, following from that end, 2 days from now, I will be taking off the next 2 days, and when I come back, I'll be playing Spider-Man for a few days until we beat it. And then again, after that, will either be Miles Morales, or we'll be moving on to the Pokemon Sword playthrough. It could happen before Miles Morales. Miles Morales could happen after. We'll see. Tish started howling. I know how that feels, Tish. Is it like an anime RPG? Kind of, Casey. Do you plan on shiny hunting for a specific mon? Kind of. I've got 2 up right now. It's Solgaleo and Latios, but to be honest with you, when I was trying to complete the Pokédex, a lot of awesome people here in the chat over from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch have honestly kind of traded me all the shinies I wanted to get. So, yeah, kinda. I'm mostly into it, not just for the shinies that are legendary, but mostly just see what I can get along the way. Now you're on Twitch, the bad jumping wizard, that is Casey, yeah? Yeah, okay, you're gonna jump on the Twitch, you're on Twitch, okay, yeah. But yeah, Teach, I know how that feels with the dog. Like, my dog is 5 years old, and she didn't bark for the first time until she was 4. That is a legit statement. Like, a dog that I have raised since she was a mere pup. She was abandoned as a pup, but found by a man named Michael in the middle of nowhere. But crazy things were happening nowhere. I don't have a husband or a... With his girlfriend, Stacy. But weird things were happening nowhere, and it's up to Choco to live in this home. Sorry, that was a weird play on Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I kind of lost it halfway through and tried to bring it back and just realized I really do have the most cowardly dog. This dog, she has a crazy loud bark. She's got rested lungs, I guess you could say. She didn't do it till she was 4, but my goodness. She's not an attack dog. She will literally drive you insane by not attacking you, but by trying to play. That's my only ploy if we ever get a robber here, that she will try to play so hard that the robber will just like, look, I'm gone. I can't handle this. They won't be in fear, be like, ah, attack dog. They'll be like, my God, it just wanted to play and play and play and play and play and play. And then run away, maybe. Not my dog, but the person. Do I want to do this Spider-Man DLC? I don't know, honestly. I would say yes, definitely, because I bought a Game of the Year edition. I could even show you now. And it had the codes to do it. But I'm pretty sure they expired, and I didn't put them in time, so... I don't know. Probably just going to do the base game. I'm a little disappointed I paid for a Game of the Year edition. And it's the first game I've ever got, though, where, like, you get a Game of the Year edition, and they don't already have everything programmed into the disc for a download. They had a digital download key. I need to look, but I'm pretty sure I didn't put it in time. The dog will play with him until... play with the robber until the cops get there, and the robber will come back and play with the dog again. I hope not. I don't want the robber to come back. It's like the opposite of what I would want. Hey, I know I tried to rob you guys, but I really liked your dog. Can I, like, play with it again? That'd be creepy. I'd call the cops again on that guy. I'd be like, okay, this dude tried to rob me. You guys took him away. Appreciate it. But now it's you're trying to play with my dog, and that's creepy. Then we'll rob the dog. That's even worse. I don't want to lose my dog. I've had this dog for 5 years. I've raised her since she was a wee pup. That really was a false story. She really was abandoned. The story behind Choco, I've told it before on here, but she was born at my brother's. Somebody had a pregnant dog they dropped off at my brother's place. As soon as the dog had the puppies, they came back and got the dog and left the puppies. These puppies, a few of them didn't make it, sadly. And then my brother and his wife saw that these puppies were just there. Nobody was caring for them. They had nowhere else to go. So they had to bottle feed these puppies. And even when I got Choco here, it was she was still very, very, very small. Should have been with her mother still. And yeah, 5 years have passed. Still got the same pooch. She's a good dog though, when she wants to be. Okay, so let's go for Latios. That's more of my thing. And what I'll do, if somebody wants to join, I'll set a link code. I'll wait. If nobody joins in on the link code after we pass a certain amount of time, I'll go in alone. We'll go online. We'll see what we can do. You heard the DLC is really good? Yeah, I've really heard the same thing, to be honest with you, with the DLC being really good. But, like I said, we'll see. I'm not gonna pay for it twice, is the thing. I already bought a more expensive version of the game to get the DLC, and it was, like, not programmed into the game already, so I kind of, like, missed the punch, and I'm not paying for it twice. So if I don't play it, it's okay. I'm merely playing for the story anyway, that way I could play Miles Morales and not be lost. I'm glad that Miles Morales, though, didn't get a $60, gosh, I hope he doesn't have $60, $60 price tag, though. And I know the game's very short, they knew the game was very short, too. They couldn't add it to a DLC continuation of the last game because it wouldn't make any sense. And they couldn't, plus there's a whole different graphic design pulled off for it, which is really, really, really looking nice. I love how it looks. But I was kind of happy how they made it not $60, though. That's typical price here in the US for our games. You would like pay $60 for a PS4 game. And $70 for like PS5 games. But this game actually came out at $50, which is still, not cheap, but cheaper than a regular retail price game, and I was really happy to see that, knowing that it's only like 6 hours. I hear that you could get up to like 20 hours into it if you look for every little thing, which I won't do on stream. I'm sorry, I won't. I merely play through the story of games like that because I enjoy them for what they are, but when it comes to like getting all the trophies, I only do that for a few games. Very few at that, but yeah. Getting a new update on Switch. Yeah, I actually had one earlier as well, honestly. If anybody's actually wanting to get on this before I start it, let me know, and I'll wait just a couple of minutes. If that's something that you're wanting to do. The Switch update for me was like, literally, what? Did it take like 10 seconds? 20 seconds? Yeah, it was very quick. That's both very dark and very not quite so dark. Coming in this, okay. Tease me, how have you been? Tease me. What's good with you as well? What games you been playing? Have you been playing 5.4? I don't know anything about it. Don't give me any spoilers. I hear some things good and bad so far about it. I'm taking a break from Final Fantasy XIV. At work, just grinding. Getting the bread, I feel ya. Somebody's gotta loaf it out, Oh gosh, sometimes, you ever feel guilty for telling a dad joke? I do all the time. Sometimes I don't even notice I do it. And then after I do it, I'm just like, you really said that. Part of me's like, yeah, I did. But then the other part of me is like, damn it. Sold your PS4? I feel ya. I mean, I'm taking a break from Final Fantasy XIV right now anyway myself, so I just need a much needed break. The game's become so much of a grind, and I know 5.4 just came out. There's new story content. And it's like I've told most people, though, I'm waiting for actual more story content to come out so I can play more story content. There's only like 10 quests of it. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a lot to me. And there's a lot more grind that's been added, and just kind of out of the grind for a little bit. Taking a break? Me as well tease me, honestly. Been playing for 6 years. You're burnt. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing for like 3 years now. I'm kind of in the same boat. I wouldn't say I'm burnt out, but I'm in need of a break, for sure. I'm in need of, like, the way I started playing the game, I spoiled myself so much. I started playing the game at the end of Heavensward before Stormblood came out. So when I started playing, I literally got to go through A Realm Reborn. I literally got to go through Heavensward all the way beginning to end with both of those. Then immediately went right into Stormblood and went beginning to end, rotting it out all the way to the end, catching up to everybody and everything. And playing through patches until we got to Shadowbringers, but Shadowbringers, a lot of people might disagree with me. I love Shadowbringers for what it is, but to me also, it's my least favorite, like, expansion we've had yet. I like the new regions, I like the new music, I like some additions they've added. But as far as content, it's a content flop. Hardcore. Like a belly flop, if you ask me. You don't raid anymore, so a lot of content and crafting is brain dead now. Relics are so boring. Yeah. I really love the story as well. But I'm very, 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 very right there with you with the grind content that they've added in Shadowbringers. That's why I call it a belly flop. I love the story as well, but just endless grinds just to be lazy so they don't have to make more content is just like a hard thing to put on people. And especially asking for 15 bucks a month to play after you have to buy the expansions every time too. I mean, I love it, but something's got to give on content eventually for me. And that's why I'm taking a break, you know? I'm kind of right there with you. I'm doing safety logins to make sure we don't lose our free company house and shit like that, but I'm essentially paying like 15 bucks a month to make sure I don't lose content for other people at this moment. What are the classes in it? Oh, in Final Fantasy XIV, there's loads of classes. Loads. You have your crafters, and then you've got your gatherers. But then you've got your actual, like, base game story grinding classes as far as DPS, tanks, and healers go. In tanks, you've got something called a Gunbreaker, which is a tank who uses a gunblade. And then you have a Dark Knight, which uses a two-handed, big-ass sword. Then you have a warrior, who uses basically axes. And then you have a paladin, who can use magic, basically, and uses a sword and a shield. And then in the healers, you have a White Mage, which is a very classic Final Fantasy healer. You have something called an Astrologian, which basically they pull like tarot cards and stuff like that to basically do healing moves. And you have a Scholar, which is kind of like a summoner, but they have a fairy that does healing moves for you as well, to kind of mitigate healing for you so you don't have to as much. And then you have a, what's the other healer? Is that it? Did they ever add a third healer? Scholar, Astrologian, White Mage. That's it, isn't it? Huh. Anyway, then you have a shit ton of DPS. And, we've done no raids. Well, I just tried to get one going there, and nobody joined in, so I'm going to go in alone. And then after that, with DPS, you actually have a lot with DPS as well. Like I was saying, you have Samurai. You have, Monk. You have Dragoon. You have... I'm doing these completely out of order because they're kind of all over the place in my brain. Samurai, Monk, Dragoon. Red Mage, which is a mitigation. between different styles of magic usage. Summoner, which is what I mean. Black Mage, which is another Final Fantasy classic. Oh, man, where did my brain go when I had to do this? Ninja. There's so much more, and I can only name 7 right now. Again, sorry, my brains went elsewhere. Dancer. That was one that was most recently added. Forgot to type in the code. You'll be in the next raid? Okay. Yeah, we'll do more. It's not the only one. That a melee class. Sorry, there is more to it. Then they had an optional blue mage class they added pretty recently as well. And again, there's more to it than that. That's all my brain can think of right now, and I'm sorry for it. But there's a lot of content to play in the game, a lot of it. But in the course of 3 years, I've played a lot of it. I've got a fisherman that's fully maxed out. My summoner, I've played it for quite some time now, and it's just, I've ran out of a lot of content to play in the game, unfortunately. And again, to anybody that might have missed that, I'm gonna throw up another one. It's okay. So if you might have missed it, don't fret. I'm gonna do more. But yeah, Final Fantasy XIV, if you have the time and the money to play the game, which now you can play for free for a very long time, and get through a lot of content, which is pretty worth it as well, even if you don't ever want to go into the paid content. It's pretty cool. I do recommend it, you know, if you like a good RPG, JRPG, or MMORPG. But, on saying that, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into, though. It's a really good game. Just like a lot of content to catch up with. But yeah, it's really good. And as far as Borderlands go, that's pretty cool. I've only played Borderlands 2. But it was just kind of like never really my cup of tea, unfortunately. I'm not saying anything bad against it. It was just, I don't know. I'm a really big Fallout fan when it comes to games like that. Something that's a little bit more on the exploration route, and that game is very linear. Add Time Mage or Jester from Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, yeah, Time Mage is one that's been heavily suggested. I think that would be pretty cool as well. Beastmaster is one that's pretty much heavily thought that it's going to be next. And then, gosh, there's a few others. Can't really think of them all. Zivon? Or X-Even? At least one of those, I hope, was correct. Both were probably wrong. Thank you for jumping in over on Twitch. Hello to you. Not saying Borderlands 1 is that. There's a melee class, but you can only use melee every minute. I don't really know a lot about Borderlands, honestly. Like I said, I've only played 2, and it was actually playing with somebody else on their console. They had already beat the game, so I was playing with like a Berserker, I think they called it? Berserker? Berserker? Can't remember. It was a really short guy with 2 big-ass, like, machine guns. And that's what I played as for the first time for a little bit. I really didn't play that much of the game. Playing with chat? At the moment, no. Will it be tonight? Yes, for sure. You played Borderlands for 5 years. That's cool. I don't really know a whole lot about it, to be honest with you. It's Gunzerker. Yeah, that's it. It was Zerker. That's the only part I could remember was the Zerker part. But yeah, I played that dude for a little. We played the game for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, so I know I didn't dive that far into it, and I only played Borderlands 2, but I mean, maybe given if I played it differently with somebody who started on the same, like, title as me. I was a level 1 base person jumping into the game, and he was doing New Game Plus on co-op with me, so he was, like, in-game tier, and I was like starting the game tier. Mitigation was all over the damn place, needless to say. And, okay. I would have swapped, but it doesn't know a single Ostop move, so I'm good without it. Onion Knot would also be a good choice. Well, the Onion Knot is kind of just basically like a knot, but also kind of a red mage as well. And they do have red mage. He's your main. You have over 600 hours? The Gunzerker? That's cool. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I do think it's pretty cool, though. We went dark. That's okay. Did they actually do, like, classes as far as things go as, like, tank, DPS, and support in that game? Yeah, if you want to. It doesn't matter. You can talk about the classes. Are you asleep over there? Yes, you are. You're not reading anything. Let's look at your phone. It's a solid black screen. I just heard you snore. I thought it was Choco, and she's awake. Don't fall asleep over there. Your phone's doing weird shit. Onion Knot more line on their skills. Red Mage can still blitz though. Well, they actually did a lot of actual like Onion Knot, like Stormblood when they came out. They did a lot of Onion Knot glamour, or Cosmog or Transmog and stuff like that in the game, and it was pretty cool though. But that's also Final Fantasy for you over the years. Whoever was entitled to be the director and producer of the game, they also made different choices throughout the game, so what classes had what. It's like the summons, you know? Summoner over the years has been one of my favorite classes to play, like, pretty much ever. I love summons in Final Fantasy. But they've always been different, you know? In the first few Final Fantasy games that were actually introduced, they had very, very, very different skills from what they do now. Some of them, you know, it started off as a base, other, like, all kinds of people could do it, but, you know, normally they would, well, I wouldn't say normally, it's been all over the place. You've had people, they would switch it up, is the best way I know how to put it. They'd either switch it up into the point where either everybody could have a specific item, or orb, or materia, or just something that would be giving them the ability to be able to summon a certain summon. Or they would have the classification, which happened pretty often actually, where they would be called a summoner or something of sorts. And they kind of went with that for years, and then they had things that were, you know, we had espers, we've had summons, we've had guardian force, we've had aeons. I mean, for years we've had all these different things in Final Fantasy XIV. They're often called promels. Just a lot of different things over the years. And then that's kind of how all the Final Fantasy games actually kind of go. It's, they get to this classification that gets left up to the game directors and the producers, and a lot of things differentiate all throughout the years. Work got busy. These overknots are killing you. Oh man, do you often work knots, Tasby? Is it like, or do you only work knots? There's Gunzerker. He uses 2 guns, and he's a short person. There is a Siren who can put people in a bubble in the air. Psycho who uses a saw axe. There's an assassin who throws knobs at... There's necromancer who summons a robot. Commando who summons a turret. I feel like the person I played with was using a commando. Going to bed. Okay, give me one quick second. Do I need it? Do I need it? Do I need it? I don't need it. Good without it. Alright. You only work nights Thursday through Sunday. Your store's usually slow, but it's not. It's been hell. I hate to hear that. We're going honest, aren't we? That's okay. Hopefully the rest of the night goes well for you, Taste Me. It's crazy though. It's 3:19 a.m. Who the heck needs to go to the store? Here in Georgia, they stop selling at 12, you know what I'm saying? You work as a mathematic. I mean, that's impressive. I don't know what that kind of line of work does, but it sounds articulate, I guess you could say. I guess the job that you could say I do is more like an underpaid mechanic. Very underpaid mechanic. Mechanic at my job makes like $5 more than what I do an hour. Is a screwy idea they should allow us to play as a chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, you can get him as a mount, and you can get him as like... That's pretty much it, but... I mean, they did actually make a Chocobo game where you could play as a Chocobo, the Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon game. It's actually a board game now, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Okay, my next decision, I'm going to actually have to take a restroom break, so... What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for me to choose my next move. I'm going to book it to the restroom really quick, and I'll be right back. So, here we go. I'll be right back. Okay. I missed out on that opportunity, but it's okay. You been as Shawnee? It's okay. Your brother works at 1 and it could be Hill? Man. expert belt. I didn't get what I wanted, but that's okay. I don't know if we're actually going to get this. I think we're 2 deaths down, so... But yeah, I get what you mean. The one I missed out on is probably shiny. It's okay. If it is, it's okay. If it isn't, it's okay. I'm not going to be upset to not... Honestly, like I was saying earlier, Casey, you, Trips, Zyler, and so many people that have been jumping in on these streams have helped me get so many shiny Pokemon. I'll be very happy to get more, but at the same time, you've all traded me my favorite one, so... Including Latios here, so, I mean... I'm not gonna have upset feelings if we don't get it. Anything shiny, really, at that. That's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of want to take a small little break from, you know, streaming Pokemon, because everybody's given me so many things that I could ever possibly want. So I think, again, having a nice little story playthrough would be really nice. I feel like I don't really have a lot to grind for anymore. Last night, that's why we did the whole Victini thing, hoping that maybe we could uncover a secret or do something that somebody hasn't done, maybe. So... I believe you, Casey. I believe you. Full on. I believe you. All of you have been so kind, trading so many shinies. I really appreciate it. But it's, you know, just, I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, I really appreciate it. I really do. You've definitely made some dreams come true that I never thought I'd even see for sure. And that goes to, like, all of you. Casey, Trips, Zyler. Urshifu, he was somebody that's traded me some really awesome ones. A lot of really awesome shinies. I think we have one more death after this and it's over. Wish they made another DLC? Yeah, I wish they'd make another DLC as well, Trips, to be honest with you. Well, I knew exactly what you meant. I've been thinking it all day. I don't really think it's going to happen, unfortunately, with them basically releasing the Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor on the newest base game set they put out. So, it's a thing I've talked about a lot with the Pokemon games. We know they always make their 2 core games and their side game, which is the story game, basically, you could say. Like, again, we'll always go down the trek for a little bit, and I'll say a few. Just Gen 1 through 3, you know, they had Red, Green, Blue. And then they made Yellow, which was a story game. And then they had Gold and Silver, and then they had Crystal, which was a story game. Then they had Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, was a story game. It's a strategic thing they've done for years to get people to buy one of the 2 generation titles, and then they'd buy the other one to get a story of, you know, more in-depth story of the game that they just played through. So, that, you know, they've done that for years. So this is the first time they've done a DLC, but this time around, instead of releasing a 3rd game, yeah, we did the DLC. Oh my god. Okay, it's not. I saw the ping there, and my brain went, oh my god, is this a shiny? But it's not. So there was that. And it was very cool how they've done that. I gotta add that, you know, pretty presumptuously. I really like the DLC thing, but I'm pretty sure when they did the Sword and Shield with the expansion pass already on it, unless they release another expansion pass, which could happen, I don't know. Well, it's like them trying to release another game next year. I kind of doubt it at this point. I actually prefer this DLC path. Honestly, don't really care for the whole paywall thing in video games and getting DLC to pay more things. And this is coming from somebody who plays MMORPGs pretty often. So I usually hate that trend, but I really liked it for Pokemon. It worked out well. But I was hoping we'd get that 3rd DLC, though. I really, really was hoping we would. Gold's the best one. You played Silver? I like gold and silver. You know, I like Ho-Oh and I like Lugia, but honestly, if I had to choose in that generation, I love Crystal version. I know a lot of people liked one, people liked the other. I mean, honestly, it depends on how you felt about it. It's the level 70 you got at the end of the game. Silver was a good one too. Yeah, Silver was good. I really, really loved Crystal version. Wait a minute, they haven't added a Lord class, have they? Or is that a special? Nah, they haven't added a Lord class in like Final Fantasy XIV. No, not at all. But yeah, I would have loved you traded you 3 legendary that you could not get because you picked the other. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, Casey. And that's the biggest reason, honestly, why I decided not to get a Shield version. That was the thing. I was going to get a Shield version because there's absolutely no way I could get those like Pokemon unless I got that game. You basically saved me like $60 basically. Crystal version is good too. I loved Crystal. The thing about Crystal I loved is it actually told the story of like the land. There was more to do with I'm not gonna choose Latios. I'm not gonna choose any of these, I don't think. I don't know, let's look at some stats. Lowered in nope. And no. I wouldn't take this Latios if I got paid to. Now I feel like that one was shiny probably. But yeah, I don't know. Crystal was a good one though. They're all good, they really are. But yeah, I really like the kind of authentication, I guess you could say, that they've done this time around with the DLC. And again, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the paywalls these days. But I was really hoping we'd get more out of Sword and Shield. This has been one of my favorite Pokemon games. I hate the fact that apparently, even though sales were phenomenal, the fan, I won't say the fandom, but the reception of this game has one of the most poorest in all of Pokemon history ever. Which makes no sense, because I thought it was phenomenal. I thought the story was phenomenal, the gameplay was phenomenal. I thought everything was phenomenal. I loved this game. I loved the graphic enhancements that we've had. But the reception was just, wow, eye-opening how fans really feel about how Pokemon's moving right now. Don't worry about it right now, Casey. If you want to join us on this next Dynamax adventure, that'd be cool. But, yeah, you don't gotta worry about seeing me anymore, shinies. I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna be hurt. I will love every shiny you send me because I think they're all beautiful, but... yeah, you don't have to, honestly. At this point, we've got the Pokédex filled. I'm just trying to take a chill knot and do some Dynamax raids and adventures, you know? You like the Crown Tundra more than the base game? Hungry Japanese people want money. Honestly, I really do wish that they'd built more on this. Honestly, sales were actually really good trips. What people were upset about, apparently, this is 0825 for anybody that wants to jump in. Classic code, classic me code. My codes are always the same. 0825. There it is. It's up. If you want in, please jump in. I'd love to have you. If you don't want in, I understand completely. But if you do want in, there it is. 0825. Again, 0825. Doubled up. Same code twice. Always the classic code on this channel if you want in. Going to join? Let you hatch the eggs. Okay, I'll give it just a moment. Tell me when you're ready, and we'll get you in. Zyler, I'll love to have you. Thank you. But yeah, apparently it was what fans were expecting from this game. Apparently, that made the requisite, so to speak, not good. Fans loved it. Pokemon fans loved it. People who were, I will say, subliminal Pokemon fans, who only like it when it's trending, were the people who didn't really like it that much. Sales were phenomenal. This game had great sales. From the Pokemon trading card game to this game, like every bit of it. You know, they have all these deals they made, even with like Netflix, where they're doing like parts of this game on, sorry, I had to plug up the controller. One wire shifted another, one cord moved another, and now my camera's off. So yeah, as far as like sales go, this game did great. As far as reception goes, as far as reviews go for, again, the subliminal Pokemon fan I like to call them, because they don't actually... You ready? You're joining too? Awesome, awesome, awesome trips. Would love to have you. They call it subliminal Pokemon fans because they don't follow Pokemon. They're not Pokemon fans. They follow the trend of Pokemon. And these people were wanting... I don't know what the hell they were wanting Pokemon MMORPG for one, which is a long way off, and I don't know if it'll ever happen. These games are rated E for everyone. You can't have an E for everyone game be an MMORPG. Legit, you're just not going to be able to pull it off that well. You have some creepy-ass adults out there that are just... shouldn't even be allowed to play video games. And then you got some jerks out there, some assholes that... I won't say shouldn't be allowed to play video games, but maybe should have their own classification of games that they're allowed to play. And when you mix that with kids, I mean, if you have kids, you understand. If you don't have kids, you kind of see it, you might not agree with it. But the way of the world is, it's 2020, and a game like this that is built around 10-year-old kids starting their Pokemon journey, going out into the world and trying to have this magical journey catching monsters and battling to become a champion of their region. Sounds awesome to a child. To an adult that's been playing this for years, it sounds pretty cool too. But you gotta think outside the box of the other people who are trying to play games like this as well, or maybe prey upon games like this as well, which also brings into the motion of it'd be hard for these games being E for everyone to come into an innocuous thing. Like where we are now is probably as far as it should ever go if they ever want to keep this at E for everyone, because you keep going too much farther and you're going to have to put E10, you're going to have to put like T, and that's going to hurt sales. So there is a bunch of hungry Japanese people on that end doing that, but Trolls done. Holes. Oh, we were actually waiting on you. You were saying you were hatching eggs. We were waiting on you, Casey. When you played Pokemon Blue, you loved it. You were 14. You still screamed magical. You ready? Yeah, and I loved all those games, but there's some creepy people out there who are like old that are only playing it because kids play it. If you know what I'm saying, And that's the part that's going to make things rough when it comes to that. And a lot of people were wanting that full-on MMORPG. A lot of people were kind of like rooting for a bunch of other things that are almost very realistic for these games to ever actually get to. I know a lot of people, they were comparing it to a Skyrim mod that somebody had made that was a Pokemon mod. And they were just like, look at the graphics of this, and why can the Pokemon company do this when they have so much funding? I was like thinking to myself, like, really? It's supposed to appeal to everyone. That includes kids, not graphic hungry adults out here. And it's just, I don't know, some expectations are a little too high for when it comes to the Pokemon world. Okay, there's nothing here I really want. Gosh, this is a hard one. I'm gonna go with Wheezing. It's a double-edged sword right there. But yeah, I don't know. So, while we're on the subject of Pokemon and upcoming games, what does everybody think the next one that is said to release, rumored heavily in November? Does everybody here think it's going to be the Diamond and Pearl remake? Or are we thinking it's going to be something else? We already know it's not going to be another base title game. It goes out of repetition. They often do it very often. Often do it very often. Am I allowed to say that? But they do it very often. And they follow the same repetition they've done as a scam or scheme to how they release their games. So I've been really wondering, like, what would the next game possibly be? And a lot of people are in the heavy bandwagon, Diamond and Pearl remake, Diamond and Pearl remake. But there's also the slight chance it could be a Johto remake all over again, or a Gold and Silver remake, or a Let's Go Gold, or a Let's Go Silver. What's everybody else's thoughts process on that right now, and which one would you actually rather see? I'm kind of hit and miss on both. I've never played the other Let's Go games, and don't even know if I will, but yeah, I've been really curious about that. I mean, Diamond and Pearl is like my least favorite game out of the whole series, which I don't know many people who agree with me on that, and don't get me wrong, I still like it. I like all the Pokemon games I've played, I love them all. It's just my least favorite. That's just me. I'm pretty sure I stand alone in saying that as well, and yeah, I've been really curious on what other people might think. Let's see, who do we have in our team? Okay, let's do this. The kids don't care about how the game looks, they just care that it's Pokemon, but the adults care about how the game looks and now how the game plays, yeah. Well, some, not all. It's very true, though, how you feel. That's the biggest thing when it comes to Pokemon, is it really isn't just kids and adults. Like me, I'm 27 years old. I started playing Pokemon when I was literally, like, 7 years old. 6 or 7 years old. It's one of the games that helped me learn how to read. I mean, I could read vaguely, but having to read these games is what pushed me to want to be able to read more, so I knew what I was doing in the game. I wanted to know what was happening in the game. And it was a big thing for me as a kid. Like 25 years ago when these games came out, or 24 technically, I mean, we were at a weird time of technology. The sprites that we had when the games first came out barely did anything. They just like shift really quick. So yeah. Gen 4, for the love of God, that gen needs to be represented more. I'd like to see it, even though I say it's not my favorite, and it is my least favorite. I would like to see what they could do with the remake. I mean, it has a lot of my favorite Pokemon introduced into it. I love Lucario. You know me. Your boy out here loves Togepi. Togekiss was introduced in that game. Again, it may have been my least favorite, but I still loved the game. I often have to very, very, very hard press that so people don't think I hated the game and I'm talking shit about it. I loved the game too. One of my favorite Pokemon was birthed in that game, along with one of my other favorites. I love Lucario. It's just my least favorite. I feel like they could have hashed out more story in that game, and they did in Platinum. They really did. And I really liked how they did with Platinum. But I still can't say it's my favorite game. Magnetone, like Lucario and Luxray. Nice. Get official story progression. That's what I would want, is official story progression. Magnezone. But yeah, I would really like to see that as well. I could only imagine what they could do with today's technology, especially with what they did with Sword and Shield here, into a Diamond and Pearl, but really, let's be real, it would be a Platinum game with just Diamond and Pearl labels on it that would actually only be differentiated between the two Pokemon game titles that had version exclusive Pokemon. Sorry, I couldn't remember what I was about to say, but then I did. But that's the truth of it. Yeah, it'd be only, it would be Pokemon Platinum with only version exclusives. True though, yeah, for real. I mean, it's how they do all these games. I mean, that was literally Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That was literally Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They were basically Emerald version and Crystal version, but they had the version exclusives. I'm not arguing that. I mean, I'd love it too. Like I said, I've loved all the Pokemon games I've played. At this point, there's only 2 I haven't played. 4 in technicality, but I will say 2. And it's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and then Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I've played every other Pokemon game. All of them. And, except for a couple of the Mystery Dungeon. That's where and I've never played Detective Pikachu, but I'm talking about the mainline series, not the spin-off series. Has anybody here ever actually played Detective Pikachu? I loved the film. I know it's a hit and miss thing. If you didn't love it, I feel ya. I personally loved it. And, yeah, I know it's a big hit and miss thing for a lot of people, but, man, I loved it so much. but I never played the game. Seeing in better graphics would make you so happy. That's another thing I'd really like, that I do actually love about all the remakes that they do, is the graphic enhancements. I actually like where we are in graphics right now, and I don't know if I want it to go any farther than this. There's so many people, like I said, there was a Skyrim mod out there that was all Pokemon, and people flipped their shit over it with the graphics. There was an Oculus VR where you could catch Pokemon. It's basically Pokemon Snap glorified. But you caught the Pokemon instead of taking pictures of them. So there's been games out there people have created that have crazy phenomenal graphics with Pokemon, which is cool. But, I mean, I like where we are right now. This is my ideal Pokemon game. I don't want the anime to go, like, I know we had the live action Let's Go, or not Let's Go, but Detective Pikachu, and I did like that. I did like it. But, I don't know. You forgot Colosseum and Gale of Darkness. I didn't forget them. I've just never actually played them either. They made it look realistic. You would not like it as much at this game. Yeah, see, in the games, I don't think I'd like the realistic looks as much either. I like the idea of the realism in, like, the film. I don't want to see it in the show, and I don't want to see it in the games, though. I did love it in the film, though. I'd like to see that happen more often. But that didn't get the criticism people would have loved to have heard, you know, especially the Pokemon company or Game Freak company or Nintendo or everybody that had their fingers in there making the game. Apparently there were some people who were like, these look like monstrosities. I would have never imagined my favorite Pokemon looking like this. And I put that voice on for a purpose. And yeah, that was a very big thing. Actually, those were the comments that actually were said that that you said there, Casey, about Detective Pikachu. People thought they either looked dumb, goofy, or scary. And yeah, I feel like it'd be about the same if people did that for the games or with the anime. I like seeing it in the film, though. I love seeing it in the film. I really do love that film a lot. Needless to say, though, if it did ever happen, I'm not ever going to quit playing Pokemon. I'm not really one to actually go for the realism and things like that, but I would say I wouldn't quit playing Pokemon. A favorite Greek god? Oh, jeepers. Does Kratos count? I'd have to really think about it, honestly. A favorite Greek god. My favorite demigod's Perseus. As a kid, it was Hercules, and then he kind of got lame as I was older. And then his story gets really messed up, so I kind of switched to Perseus as a demigod. Is it weird that I like Hades, you know? I like Hades a lot. I feel like he gets a bad rep. Don't get me wrong, I know he underworld god out there, but in certain aspects, he legit gets kind of a bad rep sometimes. Let's go for this staff. The god of war, you don't know his name? Ares is the god of war. Unless you're talking Kratos. But yeah, Ares is the god of war. You love Hades too? Yeah. Hades. I feel like he's completely misunderstood and mistreated. You know, I'm just saying. I know he's got his history, and I know he's god of the underworld. I'm just saying. You really look at his story, and you kinda, you know, you put two and two together, and you're like, damn, you really got dealt the bad hand out here. One of your brothers king of the sea, and the other brother is king of all the other gods. And you got the underworld. New to Switch and Pokemon Shield, so just watching if okay. It's always okay. Arkin. if it's okay if I call you Arkin, just shorten it down there. But yeah, definitely, hey, everybody's welcome here. If you're new to the Switch, that's cool. If you want some friends, I'll show you my friend code. And that's cool too. Pokemon Sword and Shield, great games, very recommendable. And if you ever wanted a tip, take your time. The game is so good. Hades was cast by Zeus because he didn't want Hades to gain power. So he cast him to the underworld. Yeah, see what I mean? He literally got dealt the bad hand. Your favorite Greek god? Hestia, the goddess of the hearth? The ordering of, she's the firstborn child of the Titan Kronos. Really? I don't think I actually knew that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of cool sometimes too how a lot of these, they don't get passed around. Like, you know, you have like the people who make God of War out there who, like, they chose their few, and you know, nowadays they're on like the Norse mythology. And then you have Disney that chose their few that they wanted to actually like personification into, or really, you know, hit the head with, you know, with what they thought would be better for appealing eyes. But then you have a lot of these that people never heard of if you really get down into the nitty gritty. Ares loved blood, and he loved killing. He didn't have no cares. I mean, he is the god of war. Like, the actual god of war. Alright, I'm gonna go with flamethrower. It's a little stronger. I was going for the stab, but it's not doing the trick. Let's try to hit the flamethrower up. Poseidon's pretty dope. Poseidon can be. He also isn't, you know. Yeah. Hercules is Jercules. Oh, very true. And Brandon, thank you so much for jumping in on YouTube. I really appreciate that. And I agree, Poseidon's pretty cool. In his own sense, though. He's also one of those that's got kind of like a history here and there, you know? In Hercules, yeah, if you really get into the Hercules story, I don't know why Disney ever really wanted to, like, jump in on Hercules so much. I think it was just because, like, the live-action 90s TV show Hercules. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure that's probably what it was. But, you like the god of death. But the god of death. Who is that? I know who it is. Don't tell me. The female, right? The female. Isn't the goddess of death? Isn't it? Am I wrong here? I could be wrong. I don't know if it's the goddess or god of death in Greek. I think it's goddess, but I could be wrong. I could be. But yeah, Hercules, his stories, it gets wonky. If you really follow the story of Hercules, oh goodness. It really makes you wonder why Disney was really pouring money into that idea. Especially for kids to get older just to realize how he really was in his story. How he basically goes batshit insane. Thanatos is the god of death. Oh, okay. Who am I thinking of? The god of death is Yama. Now I'm very confused. Who am I thinking of? Goddess of death. No. Never mind. I know who I'm thinking of. Hades will be your other profile name. Hey, Hades is cool. Like I said, he gets such a bad rep. He really does. I mean, who the else is going to be the god of the underworld and just kind of like take his brother's shit his whole off? But I know who I'm thinking of, though. I was thinking of Deadpool's lover in Marvel comic books. Got a little mixed up in my brain. I know who I was thinking of, though. I can't think of her name either. I'll look it up, though. The only time he was ever shifty was with the Perseverant Dilt. I mean, he's had his other shifty moments as well. I'm not really the biggest Poseidon fan. A lot of it is association. I guess you could say how he's been used over the years and other things as well. His personification's just been very watered down, no pun intended. That was a small pun intended. But, yeah. The god of healing is Valkyrie? I'm not 100% sure about that. I know Valkyrie is a big Norse thing. And they're basically like angels of war. Okay, I was gonna look up the Deadpool thing, but I'm not gonna. I'll let you look it up if you want to know more. I'm gonna focus here. If I don't, then I'll run out of top. I'll fuck this whole thing up. God of Healing could be Valkyrie, though. I'm not sure about that. I'm not so caught up on the God of Healing in Greek mythology. When I hear Valkyrie, I just think Norse. You know she's a god? I mean, I'm not denying it. Believe me, I'm not. If I don't know, I will say, legitimately, I don't know. And I don't know. I really don't. I'm not a know-it-all, and I don't claim to know everything. I never will. And I'll always admit when I'm wrong, for sure. But, yeah. Like I said, I don't know much about Valkyrie. Like I said, when I hear it, I just think Norse mythology. I love mythology in general. That is a really awesome thing. I love how it has been called mythology over the years, because this was like, all these were like legit like religions. Like many years ago, centuries ago, these were like religions. And over time, they were just explained more in science and in theory, and just so many things explained so much better for people to understand, that it ended up not being called a fictitious story, but mythology. And I really love that. Most of the Gur? The god of women. Okay. That actually makes sense too, though, for Valkyrie to be the god of women. If it was you know, in Greek mythology. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, actually. It's a really powerful thing too, which makes even more sense actually when it comes to like the Norse mythology, because I'm pretty sure Valkyries could only be women as well. I could be wrong there also. I don't know. I think. Very, very heavy emphasis on that. I don't know if there was men Valkyrie. It's like harpies. I don't think there was men harpies. Why did I not catch that? I literally looked at it and looked at catch. And then I looked down and clicked, don't catch. Okay. That is, oh! It is a shiny Pyukumuku. It's so hard for me to say its name. Pyukumuku. We got a shiny. You'll tell me, yes! I got one. I'm happy about it. Pyukumuku. Not what I expected. I'm happy about it. Yes, you got a no shiny. Ah, sorry, Casey. I honestly can't believe I even got one. Especially this one. This is the most random shiny ever of all time. I'm definitely gonna select it, but let's look at its stats. Not the best stats in the world either. Up in its worst stat ever. I won't say it's a good shiny. It's a shiny though, and we got it. I'll accept it. I'm gonna take a very quick restroom break, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. Glad to be back. So, cool thing today. Stacy bought me some Pokemon cards today. Got me a Genesect out of it. Only got like 2 rare cards. One was a Genesect, and the other one was a reverse holographic. Why can't I remember its name? What's Chimchel's evolved for? Lantern. Okay. It's a pickle. It is a pickle. To be fair, I think it is the sea cucumber Pokemon, which only makes sense, you know, for it to be green as a shiny. I think that's it. Let's look at it. I think it is the sea cucumber Pokemon, though, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I'd have to look it up on the Pokédex. I'm not going to do that. I would, but I don't know what number it is or how long that's going to take, and I really don't feel like doing it. But pretty sure it's the sea cucumber Pokemon either way, though. Which, I mean, only makes, you know, kind of like funny sense to call it the pickle Pokemon, especially for its shiny. Let's look it up. Screw it. What else we got going on? Not a lot. Saw the pink urchin. It's on here somewhere. It may be actually in one of the other Pokédexes, actually. It is, you just checked? Yeah, I was thinking it was the sea cucumber Pokemon. Now, let's keep it going, you know? Let's get us some shinies if we can. Again, I'm going to do this a few more times, and then I'm going to bleed into some raids a little bit later after this. As much as I do like the Dynamax adventure, I still like Dynamax raids as well. Going again? Would love to have you again. Would love to have everybody again that wanted to jump in. Same code as always. 0825, 0825, 0825 twice. Much love and respect, understand Zyler. Thank you for joining in with us. Oh man, Saxon jumping in twice. Nice, Casey. Getting on there before all of us. Head of the game this time. But, yeah, thank you so much, Zyler. Appreciate you coming along with us. Sticking around. That's true. I joined you. But again, Zyler, thank you so much. As always, much appreciated and much respect to you as well. And thank you for that much love and much love right back at you. Thank you so much for watching. It might just be us. I don't know. Trips, you want to jump back in here with us? We'd love to have you again. Anybody else watching right now, if you're curious if we're playing with fans or viewers or anything like that, if you want to jump in with us, again, same code. It's my classic code. Always use it. But if you don't want to, understand. If you want to, we'd love to have you. It's all good. If you don't want to join with bots, you always can. If you want me to, I'll quit or hit quit, and we can end this, and we can see if more people want to join in later on. It's up to you, Casey. I mean, I would actually do it again. Just you know, myself just go in with some internet generated, but. I mean, you know, I understand people get busy. I'm not the biggest fan of going in with bots. We did get trips So that's cool. We'll still probably get one. You want to join Jared? Okay, yeah, it's cool if you want to join. And okay, let's go ahead and quit. Let's go ahead and quit. Jared wants to get in here. It's 23 seconds, and let's just go ahead and quit. Let's quit. And let me put it right back up. And Jared, that's really cool. Thank you for jumping over on Facebook. I'll throw it back up really quick. Same code. That's 4 people. Let's do this. So let's do that. Same thing. Same everything. It's just giving a couple of people a little bit more time to join in really quick. So putting it in 08250825. Same code as always. I'm going to click it, going to hit invite others. It is right up there in the top right corner, 08250825. So Jared, if you want to join in with us, hit that. You close your game and connect to the internet. You should have enough time. But yeah, it's up there for anybody that wants to join. 08250825. I'm glad you're coming back, Trips. Hopefully you can join back on this. Sorry I closed it out. As soon as I saw Jared there on Facebook wanting to join in as well, it felt best to me to go ahead and just like quit that. Go ahead and start that over and get it back going again. Trips, glad to have you back. And you still got plenty of time. There you go, Casey. Glad to have you back. And Jared, if you want to join us again, 08250825 is the code. It's 0825 twice. It's the classic code on this channel. If you want to join in, we'd love to have you. If you don't, we're gonna let this just trickle down this time. Not gonna quit again, honestly. But if you want to join into this, we'd love to have you. But it's a big thing for me. I'm not closing out of it twice. Would love to have you though, for sure. Looking, but where you at? Do you know how to join the Dynamax adventures? Okay. Okay, let me do this really good. I actually can't quit. Okay, so how you join Dynamax Adventures, you go to the person in the Dynamax Adventure place. You do it the same way you would do it normally to set up your own. So as soon as they ask you who you want to pick, you say anything is okay or whatever that option is. And then you have to actually press the plus symbol and enter the same link code that we have up here. And that's actually how you join in. You can look around on the online thing. It's very hard that way. It's wonky how they've done that, but yeah. I could show you better if we were not in this screen. But yeah, the way you actually join in on the Dynamax Adventures, like the best way to join in with people through code is you talk to the lady, you say anything is fun when she asks you what you actually want to run, and then you get presented with the whole online screen. You press the plus symbol on your controller Joy-Con, and then you type in that code right there, the 08250825, and that's how you do it. No, not really. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. If this, I don't think we're about to get this because, okay, we'll try to get you on the next one. Just stand by and I'll definitely help you get on the next one. I'll walk you through it. Not okay with it, but I'll take it. I don't think that maybe he is. Okay, I was about to say, I don't think Trips is here. Welcome back, Trips. But Jared, stick around and I'll walk you through it. If you want to join in on the next one with us, I will completely walk you through it, how you can join with us. And I won't start without you if you really do want to join with us. So give us just a moment. Let us run through this, and yeah, right after this, I'll help you out, and I'll walk you right through here to how to join us. It can help you out in the future. Other streamers, other, people playing on the game. And this isn't your typical game. The Nintendo and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company took the wonkiest way ever to try to decide how they were gonna like mitigate online play in this game, which some ways I really agree with, in some ways I'm just kind of like Pibble is crying. Oh, I hate to hear that. I know how that goes though. Choco often will choose the worst times ever to use the restroom. Mostly when it's either raining outside. That's the worst, okay? Because my dog, talk about an oxymoron. And I'm not talking about my dog, I'm talking about the conundrum. So my dog, if it's like literally pouring rain outside, if she has to use the restroom, it's even worse if it's sleeting. What happens is she'll beg to use the restroom, we'll go outside, she'll pee. But if she has to poop, she won't go. Because it's cold and wet outside, so she'll want to come back in. So I have to be like, no, go poop. And I don't really take my dog for like walks. We go for a walk, but really we let her out the back door and she kind of does her business and then she comes back inside. But oh gosh, if it's raining or sleeting outside, it is the worst because she will not go poop unless I literally have to like Choco, go poop kind of thing. And kind of really like, you know, enforce it. And if I don't enforce it, what will happen is she will come back. And then she'll poop inside. Yeah. So I kind of get that. That's not how that Elvis song goes? I don't think I get the reference. It took you 4 days how to... Oh, man. It was a day one thing for me. A lot of people that like to be here sometimes, I guess. Most of the time. Maybe, I don't know what I'm saying. I guess there's a lot of people who've been following the stream forever, you know, that watch, that actually do play Pokemon. That's been a lot of this, but they've been playing other games here lately. A lot of it's on Final Fantasy 14. Again, I'm taking a break from it, so I guess some people just don't like that. It's okay. But oh, man, I think I'm gonna swap. Pitbull crying ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time. What do we got? I don't know. My dog is a mixed breed dog, so she doesn't really cry. She mostly just goes grunts, you know. You were shiny hunting. Need ran males for 3 days. Man. I don't really have anything that's effective towards it, so let's see what we have as far as support. Let's try to lower some defense, maybe. Maybe lower some defense for that Manectric. Oh my jeepers, that Manectric hitting hard. Your Pitbull's very big, baby. Can you screech? I did screech. I was thinking the same there. I'm playing support. Not really much use here. So using Screech and playing support, that was my exact same ideal. But my dog's a pretty big baby as well. She's very much spoiled, I guess you could say. Same with our cats. Our animals are like super spoiled. I don't really need to use Screech again. We already did once. It's just assurance this time. Just kind of like, you know, give some assurance. Yeah, that's actually what I thought was going to happen. It kind of seemed pointless. So would anybody here, you know, I've talked about already, be interested in the Spider-Man stream coming up this Sunday? I know there's a lot of people who's actually been waiting on it, that's been following the channel for a little bit and stuff like that, but yeah, anybody here that's been watching me play a lot of the Pokemon content, you don't have a dog, but you have a bird, which you love. You saved it when it had a broken wing. That's cool. I actually had a bird once. I had the actual national bird here in Georgia. It's a brown thrasher, which is illegal to own. I'm fully admitted it, though. It was a... what had happened was my mother-in-law... We got it in Tennessee, if it makes any difference. My mother and I were driving down the road, and we saw something in the road. And my mother was like, what is that? And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a bird. And I think I was 14. We stopped. We saw it, and it was literally a brown thrasher, like chick, I guess you could say. And we had immediately identified the bird. You know, it's very easy to spot out the type of bird. And we were like, wow, we don't know what to do here. And not even 15 feet from where we found the bird, there was a bird cage, literally left on the side of the street from somebody who previously owned a bird that was trying to just give the cage away because they didn't want to sell it, and they were just trying to get rid of the cage. So it seemed like a son, so I kept this thing until it learned how to fly. It's called Scruffy because this thing looked crazy until it's got its adult feathers, and we actually did let Scruffy go. I didn't, my grandparents did, but yeah, it was a nice little bird. And rainbow luricat. I don't think I even know what that is, but it sounds nice. I was very young when I had that bird, but I'm a big animal lover. I have a really soft spot for animals, honestly. I really have a hard time being able to see something be treated horribly, I guess you could say. I don't know. BRB? Wait, what? Wait. Okay. Where's the max layer so you can get there? Do you actually have the Crown Tundra DLC? We'll start there. If you have the Crown Tundra DLC, I can walk you right through it. If you don't, then, well, then we have a problem. Be right back. Wait, what? We have a font to fight! I really should have waited for Manentric to actually get that Dynamax, but yes, but I haven't got there yet. Get the olive armor on now. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do is get to the Crown Tundra. That's step one. Oh, I know what BRB means. Holy jeepers. But when we're in moments like this, if you ever see me freak out when somebody says BRB, we're at 30-second intervals, so I get a little freaked out. But yeah, Jared, to join the Dynamax adventures, the first step is to get to the Crown Tundra, which is, it's not hard to do. You just go to the train station in, what is it, Hammerlock? I could look right after this. I'll have to check. Is it Hammerlock though? I think it is. I could be wrong. No, it's before Hammerlock, isn't it? Where's the train station? Jeepers. I give so many horrible directions. Where's the original train? I know I'm not the only one that knows this, and obviously I don't right now. But yeah, where's the train station? You're there now? Okay, awesome. You're there, and you have to go through a little bit of the story. Which, it goes pretty quick. And the story actually kinda, like, keep following the story and they'll lead you to the place where the Dynamax adventures are. Wedgehurst, yes. It's sad that you're the person that told me where it was. And you're the person asking the questions, but you got it. You got the rot of it. You're doing good. Follow the story as soon as you get to the Crown Tundra area, though, and it will lead you to where the Dynamax adventures kind of spot is. Hopefully your bird's okay, Casey. It always kills me how the bots have... They choose like a Pokemon every single time. No, that's not good. We haven't had many deaths, thankfully. So we're still in it. You're to V Hades on Twitch, so you'll know who it's me? Okay. Sorry. Getting a little tired. Trying to wake up a little bit. Man, that sucks. The dragon dance. Here we go. I should be coming back. I'm gonna be playing some more safety fairy type move. Play rough. I was thinking, thought it was funny how they gave the little smile there to Latios and Latios. They have these like lethargic looking eyes where they just like think they look like they just don't care, but avoided the attack. Thank goodness it's freaking paralyzed. What the hell? Today and tomorrow are your days of work, so you're staying up all night. I feel ya. I hate that I'm not streaming on the days you work, but at least on the days you work, you don't have to worry about missing the streams. You know? They look depressed inside. Smiling on the outside, depressed on the inside. But try to act happy. I mean, they could be. They're kind of like background stories. Pretty sad. Especially if you like followed the film anime adaptation of Latios and Latios, it's even more sad. But I feel ya. Working here yourself? Doing security? Hey! At least you could you know, have some fun, you know, working security. I wish I could do stuff like that on my job. I literally cannot do anything on my job as far as like fun. My job's very tooth and nail, toothpick to teeth, grit to the grit. Work. Nothing else to it. You love Latias, shiny, the gold body and the green Oz. Oh man, I love both of them. I think they both look great, but I feel ya. No shinies this time. That's okay. Let's look at some differentiation. Don't really want any of these as far as their what kind of horrible stats. Actually, Greedent's not too bad, but I don't really want one. Wait, was that actually a neutral? I'm gonna fight demons not to get it. I'm like I love neutral Pokemon. This is my favorite. I know a lot of people like them upped in certain things, but it's not my favorite. No luck for me either. Bathroom break. I'm actually about to do one as well really quick and grab a quick drink. What I will do though is before I do that, Jared, if you've been following the game a little bit, you've kind of like got a basic idea from the train station where to go and what to do ish, and I'll walk you through it the rest of the way. So this is what you do, and I'll take a little bit of moments in between because I know we have small intervals in between that kind of differentiate your timeline. I stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the exact same time, so I know a lot of this information is diluted as far as time expectancy and current time rate. So this is what you do. If you start out here, you're gonna have a little event you gotta play through with Nia and her dad. Her dad's trying to be real dad, and Nia's trying to be, well, a kid. Eventually you gotta play through some stuff that's gonna kind of lead you down a path, and one of them is gonna be pawning, you know, Nia pawning her dad off on you to try to figure some stuff out, where you will eventually go to the town down there, which I'm not gonna do right now. I'm gonna avoid all that, but you will find yourself coming back here, even if you don't in the story. You yourself, if you're trying to do the Dynamax adventures, will be making your way here, which again, right here at the top of the hill is the train station. Right here, midway through the hill, before you go to the town, is the Dynamax adventure area, which you'll do to go inside, and you'll be in the max layer. When you get in the max layer, you know, you may not have Nia here, but you might have her dad. Even if you don't have her dad here or Nia here, you're still gonna have everybody else here. You know, doctor, this person. And what you'll do, you'll talk to this person here, and she'll ask you if you want to go on a Dynamax adventure. The first one you actually do will be with Nia's dad. And you'll go so far, and certain things will happen, and that will be something you have to do. So if you haven't done it yet, you gotta do that first. It's part of the story. You gotta be in here. Nia's gonna go first, and Nia's dad's gonna be like, all dad-like, be like, my Nia. Nia's gonna be like, hey, man. So you gotta do that first. You gotta play that part of the story first, jumping in the part of the game to do that. So, being that as it may, with that knowledge now, if you haven't done it, you gotta do that. Once that is cleared, this is how you jump into the Dynamax adventures with other people. And I'm gonna actually show you how to do it, and then I'm gonna take a very quick restroom break, and then we'll do one for real. So this is what you do. She says, would you like to embark on a Dynamax adventure? You say, yes, please. Okay, so if you have things you've already done, you get other options like Moncesso Galio and Latios. Okay, I'm gonna choose Latios, but if you're wanting to join somebody else and you know they have a certain code and you haven't seen it yet, like let's say you haven't seen Latios yet, more than likely you haven't if you're just starting off. So you'll say anything is fun. I will say Latios. I'm gonna say Latios. You won't have that option. The option will not be there. So you will say anything is fun. As soon as you hit anything is fun, you're gonna have the exact same screen that's about to pop up for me. Next, this screen will be Dynamax Adventures. It's gonna show me this Pokemon. You're gonna have nothing. You're gonna have just like this big pink area, pink purple, with nothing there. You're gonna do the exact same thing that I do though. You think you might not be doing it right, you're doing it right. You get this with nothing, you say anything is fun, and you get here. You press the plus symbol either on your Pro Controller or on your Joy-Con. You press the plus symbol to link code, and I'm gonna set it to 0825, and press yes. And as soon as I hit invite others, everybody that put in that code will have the option to join in, including yourself, which I am myself. And I'm gonna take a very quick restroom break as well. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna take this very quick break. The code is still the same. You can see in the top right corner. If you missed something that I just said, rewind the video a little bit, re-listen to it again. I'll give you a few moments, and everybody else here. I'm going to take a very quick restroom break. I'm going to grab a very quick drink, and I will be right back. Hey, Casey, that's really awesome to hear. And hopefully you can get in here, Jared. I'm going to hit invite others now, so if anybody's done that, those things that I said, if you didn't already know, jumping through those things, setting the code, again, 0825. Will get everybody in here that wants to get in. Oh, starting to get tired. And Nabot's on like another level or not for sure. But yeah, congrats so much, Casey. It's really cool. And Trips and Jared, if you want to jump in on that, we'd love to have you. We'll do a few more of these Dynamax Adventures. And then I kind of want to hit up some raids. It's been a long time since I've hit up a Dynamax raid. And the thing that's different about the Dynamax raid than these is, you know, obviously, if you do know, it's you get to use your Pokemon, which I kind of miss. Don't get me wrong, it's okay using these rental Pokemon, but it can be so hit and miss doing a lot of these. Again, I love doing these, but the rental Pokemon, it gives me so many like old school like Pokemon Stadium battle vibes, and I'm just not the biggest fan. So Jared, hopefully you can join in with us. We only got like about a minute left ish to go through the Dynamax Adventure lecture. Oh man, I thought you were a little bit further. Oh, go ahead and quit. Sorry. Trips and Casey, hopefully you can join really quick. I'll quit for now. If you don't care, let me know when you're actually finished with that, so I have a better idea of knowing where you are and what we need to do. You're finished now. Okay, we'll start it up. This is gonna be my last time kind of starting it up here for this. Okay, so again, I'm gonna hit Latios. You will say anything is fun. I say Latios, and when you were joining this, you press anything is fun. We're gonna have the same screen, only I'm gonna have a shadow image of Latios, and you're gonna have just this purple screen. You set the link code, and it will be 08250825. You type that in, and you'll be linked up with all of us here trying to jump into this. As soon as I hit this, and that's it. And that's literally it. Thanks for joining in again, Trips. Or Hades. And Casey, thank you also. I'm going to go ahead and click ready to battle as well. Again, that's kind of the last time I'm going to restart it there. As long as you click in the code 08250825. Jared, awesome. Glad you could join with us. Yeah, at this point, you just pick that you're ready to battle, and we're good. We'll jump on in here. Glad you could join us, though. That's how you do it, though. You know, in a sense. We start exploring, and then from here, we just choose a lot of random Pokemon that we hope will help us in the end. And in this case, we have a Latios, so we need something with either Fairy, Dark, or Ice type to help us out. We got nothing there. So I'm going to click Drifblim. It's like next best, even though it's horrible because it could take it out. We didn't get a good hand this time around, unfortunately. Hopefully along the way we can trade some stuff out. I can't say even have a recommendation. Maybe Marcactus. Limpany, not too bad either. McDonald's tried to sue. No, I didn't hear that. I'm not There's a lot of correlation I feel like I should know there that I don't, if I'm being quite honest with you. Part of me feels like we should have done the dragon. I know it's Dragonair over there. And we're gonna need something, but I don't know, hitting grass just seems like the way to go this time around. We're going dragon. Okay, we need the dragon, so I can't be disappointed in that. I see fairy there. We really need that fairy after this. The sad part, I know there's a lot of us that are going to need some stuff in doing this. It's going to get very shifty and shafty because none of us got dealt the good hand. That's for sure. We needed that intimidate from the Quillfish though. Makes him go with the fairy. Yeah, I would rather go for the fairy as well after this, honestly. I'm not going to have any good difference here if I do play anything, so I'm going to let... I want to let somebody else... yeah, I'm going to hit Will-O-Wisp. I'm going to try to put a burn on it, and I'll let somebody else try to do... it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one for sure. We have no weaknesses. And we're just trying to, like, bounce in on trying to get some things for Latios at the end. I'm going for a burn this time around. And it avoided it. Oh my god. And I get hit with a scale shot. Hopefully it's just 2. Okay, hopefully it's just 3. Don't go 5. Oh my god, it's about to go 5, isn't it? It got 5. Oh my god. Wow. What are the odds? You don't like these Pokemon? Jared, that's the sad part about the Dynamax adventures. Sometimes you get dealt the bad hand. Not worried really about killing the fairy. I'm more so worried about, you know, the dragons along the way, and none of us having anything strong against dragon Pokemon. That's more so where I stand. But I feel you, Jared. Oh man, you gotta put it this way, Jared. From my game to your game, there's a 5-second delay. From stream to game, there's a 5-second delay, and then like from my screen, which is the actual stream source, to whatever the hell, there's another 5-second delay. So you're looking from anywhere from like 15 to 30-second delay, depending on your internet provider. And the actual service you're actually watching on, which you're watching on Facebook, which is, yeah. The Dynamax Adventure can be easier hell to beat. That's, yeah, pretty much Dynamax Adventures in a nutshell. See, the easiest, literally either the easiest thing you've done of the night or the worst thing that you wish you never started. Damn that poison jab. Holy jeez. Why is Will-O-Wisp missing so badly? Like, accuracy's 85, not like fucking 60 or 50. I haven't gotten a single one off. Jesus. Wow. Don't hate me, but I'm choosing Dragonair after this. Apparently, I had the shit hand this time around. And I need something. Apparently, freaking my Pokemon just gonna be garbage. Sword Dance helps a lot. It really does. Yeah, I really need this swap, for sure. Not only am I about to die, but my goodness. Drifblim has been shite. Hope Dragonair shiny. That'd be cool. Oh my god, I know we need to choose Fairy, but this is gonna really weigh in on me heavy with having Dragonair now. My god. The Fairy is a Mimikyu. Yeah, I see that. Playing as the Pokemon I am, or having the Pokemon I have now, just doesn't help out that much. So, has anybody ever just let, like, Mimikyu look like a Palo Sand with, like, just, like, shit on top of it? Like, legit, look at this. It looks like Palo Sand with, like, a Pikachu hat on. Does it not? I mean, it could just be me, but to me, it looks like Palo Sand, but it's got a Pikachu hat on. You only have one move that is effective. It's okay. I don't think I have any moves that are effective, so if it makes you feel any better. Oh, jeepers. Not to mention it has probably moves that are strong against me. They use Disguise on you? Man, this is some slow getting. Hate to, but I mean, maybe I'll get a few moves in. I know it's not super effective or anything like that. I think everybody will actually have it, you know, fainted before I ever get there, but we'll see. Awesome. This is the trick. Got that Mimikyu. Not a very good one. Ugh. Not too many moves to choose from that are helpful. I mean, barbecue chicken? That sounds awesome, Trips. After this stream, I'm having a meatloaf dinner. That doesn't sound as good, but I love meatloaf. It'll be awesome to me. You have meatloaf burritos. I know. That sounds even more questionable, but believe me. It'll be glorious. Okay, there's a normal flying top, and I don't know what this flying top is. It's Swablu, or Swanna. That's Swanna. Let's go with this one, which is Unpheasant, I think? Looks like Unpheasant. Swablu, or Swanna. Or Unpheasant. This is Unpheasant, I believe, though. Is it? Is it? Is it Unpheasant? It's Unpheasant, yeah? Are you Unpheasant? It's Unpheasant. Awesome. Barbecue chicken with pasta. What kind of pasta? Altaria is the flying top. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Swablu's evolved form, Altaria. You're still Unpheasant, though. Caught this one before? Nice. Hate to say it, but this might have been a nice time to have kind of let my Pokemon shine. Chicken Alfredo. Very nice. Buggerfish. Oh, wow. Did not expect that. Chinese food sounds pretty good. Last night you made lasagna. Homemade lasagna is the best way to go. I love homemade lasagna. I've been making it for years. I love to do it. So fun. My favorite way to actually do homemade lasagna is to do a, when I start off, I love to do a beef sausage mixture. Like about 3/4 beef and about 1/4 sausage, cooking them together with a little bit of like rosemary, basil, garlic, and a little sage. I've never been the biggest sage fan when it comes to stuff like this. Stacy really loves sage. And then some fresh ground black pepper. Also, like, and, you know, some onion in there. You know, cooking it with the meat. And then, you know, I like to do a couple other things. And they are, some basic things along the way. But when I'm boiling my noodles, I like them to have a little bit of olive oil. And a little basil, and a little garlic, and a little salt in with that as well. I love to, when I start to build it, I love to do layers of meat, which usually has the sauce in it, which I'm hit and miss on homemade to jarred or canned sauce. I don't like canned sauce, I like jarred mostly, especially if they have like mushroom and garlic or something like that, or like Parmesan and garlic. So like, love to mix the meat with that sauce and kind of keep that as the base, and then I start building up layers upon that, where I'll do like meat, noodle, meat once again, and then I'll do a layer of like mozzarella, and then often Parmesan, and then ricotta, and then I'll kind of like keep the kind of like layers going with that. Oh man, I love it so much. All ground beef with the onion, carrots, and celery. You like lasagna al forno, which is also really great. Al forno, which is the heavy cream, and chicken stock's a little different. Haven't heard that. Al forno, which is like heavy on the vegetables though, which I'll usually like. Al forno, which is another really good one. It's basically that same recipe that you got going on there, but they have like a bunch of like squash and zucchini and like fresh onions on top as well. Oh man, al forno. Never had meatloaf. Meatloaf's a love and hate thing. You either love meatloaf or you hate meatloaf. Nutbite needs to chill itself out tonight. Jeepers fucking creepers. I was going to the kitchen at night. Why is that, Trips? What happens when you go in the kitchen at night? I gotta go. I gotta eat before bed, and it's well, one hell of an experience. Let me tell you that. But yeah, as far as meatloaf goes, you either really love it or you just hate it. Not much of a middle ground there. Gosh, I want a Dynamax so bad, but I'm not gonna. Believe me, I've got some stuff to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I want to do it so bad, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hit Blizzard. And I'm just, again, I want to so badly do that, but it'll that's what I was afraid would happen. If I Dynamax, it would die. There's gonna be a raccoon in your kitchen. The worst part for me is like eating things that, well, to be fair, I probably shouldn't. AKA the kids stuff. I just feel so guilty after I do it. I can't help it. The adult guilt. Raccoons don't even live in Australia? Really? They're very abundant here for sure. So your house is haunted. Back in 1986, a woman died in your kitchen? You're walking in the living room? Last time you saw your walking chair move? You heard a voice in the garage. Oh man, that's kind of spooky. Pretty crazy. Now I can Dynamax. I didn't. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. Oh wow, yeah. Even if it was a choice in, then I died. So I've been honestly, it's kind of why I've been pumping the brakes on this. I'm a dragon top fighting a legendary dragon top. Well, yeah. Torment on the house you live in. That's a big under window on that. You know, I had to change your pants if you. I don't have anything that's ever crazy really happened here, honestly. I'm kind of thankful, though, in a lot of ways, I should say. It'll be disappointing if we don't finish this. I will understand, though, we didn't have the best hand dealt to us, though. These Pokemon were just very right off the bat. Let everybody run through this. I'll be right back. Okay. So what we got going on? So when you don't go in the kitchen, but you still go. Ain't scared of no ghost. So what we got? We got no shiny Dragonair, that's for sure. Check the summary. No Mimikyu. And no Unpheasant. That's okay. Buy yourself in a 2-story house. That's why you get scared. Hey, living on your own can be a little spooky sometimes, especially with some stories of sorts going on. Alright, so I'm going to do one more of these, and then after this we'll try to look for some Dynamax raids for a little bit. See how far we can go. Not to mention I gotta eat, and pass out, I got work tomorrow, and also gotta pay bills before work tomorrow, so I gotta get some rest. So what we can get into. Last Dynamax adventure of the night, and then after this we'll do a Dynamax raid or two. 1,420 channel points. What does that mean? Oh, wait, on Twitch. Okay, that's pretty awesome. I had to think about that. Jose! Oh shit, I didn't do the code. Sorry, I'll do the code. I didn't do it that time. Sorry, other people who might have joined in just then. Have to take a quick LOL. I think you mean break. That's okay. Maybe I should have joined in that one. Okay, well, I'll do that actually. I'll do this, and then I'll do one more after this. 7.8k for you, jeepers. So yeah, I'll do the code next one after this. This time I'll run with some random people. Minty, same person. It's a lot of channel points though, it's really awesome. Hey! I can't believe you actually got in on that, Casey. Very awesome. I didn't even put it in a code and you just joined in. That is very awesome. Really cool, Casey. Don't have that much. I understand, but still, I'm really glad that you could join in. The odds you went in on have been low, and you just joined in so perfectly. Glad you can make it, Casey. Okay, so it's Noah's Latios. So we need Ice type moves, and we need Fairy type moves. I hate that Nidoking also has poison. I didn't think about that until now, and just shit. Foot cramp. Oh man, those are the worst. Read, and you know, child. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. At least for the raid, huh? I really appreciate that. Oh, jeepers, we're going fighting? Why are we going fighting? With... I'll stop asking questions. We'll just see how this goes. Jeepers. Right. We have us a Poliwrath here, which I don't think this is gonna go well. If I'm being quite honest, I don't know why this was the choice right now, but it was okay. Let's do it, I guess. Give yourself a foot cramp. Put your foot in a weird angle. I understand. Like I'm consistently on my feet pretty much all day long, so I kind of get that. Like I get a foot cramp pretty much daily. Okay, hopefully this doesn't go too bad. It's not looking great. Really don't know why Poliwrath was the choice here. Oh man, that's deep. This is very deep, Casey. Please keep your foot at all costs. Alright, so I think we'll be able to do the same thing and possibly get through one more sploosh. I'm sorry, I don't know how long I'm gonna make it though. I'm gonna try to make it through a few of the just raids after this, but I'm starting to get very tired and very hungry. I do have to work tomorrow and I gotta work Saturday, so I only get one day off this weekend, so bear with me. I might just have to call it after this and just have to go right into calling it off for the night for sure. We'll see. I'm gonna see how we feel at the end. Should have caught it. I don't know why I didn't catch it. Damn it. Another big thing for me is me and my fatigue. I start making stupid decisions. Like that one where I didn't catch the Pokemon for some reason. Still okay. Again, I'll talk about it toward the end of the stream. Sunday I'll be back, but I'm going to be playing Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. If you want more Pokemon content, I will be back very, very, very soon, but it will be after Spider-Man, playing through that, and then possibly after Spider-Man Miles Morales, depending on how things go and how we go with playing the games. So again, the next 2 days I'm gonna have off, and when I come back I'll be doing some Spider-Man. So if you're wanting more Pokemon content, tonight's the night to jump in on doing some stuff, but when I come back in a few days I'm not gonna be doing just this nonchalant Pokemon content. I'll be back on, but I'll be doing the content I'll be playing will be an update on or restart of Pokemon Sword. So when I come back, I'm not going to be doing a lot of this content. I'm going to be starting Pokemon Sword over and playing through that, and then also even before then I'm looking for a restart here so I can play Pokemon Sword here on stream. And even before that I want to be playing Spider-Man, something I've talked about for a while, and a lot of people have been waiting on the stream for it, so yeah. Oh, I understand. I really hope you never want to cut your foot off, but I didn't think you really did. Okay, so I want to Dynamax for the Absol, but I'm not the one to do it the way it looks. Let's let somebody else do it. Let's Thunder Punch it. I want to do some raids tonight as well, but I don't know if I'll make it. I'm starting to get very tired. Getting somewhere. So I thought, I don't know. We're slowing down for sure. Blizzard slash not slash and Fire Blast. Interesting. Try to high horsepower this thing. Awesome, and took it out with the high horsepower. Very awesome. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Sorry, you're getting very tired. I didn't even vote that time. Am I gonna do egg hunts? Not tonight. But yeah, I'm starting to get very tired, so after this, I'm gonna actually go ahead and call it. I hate to. I want to do some raids too, but yeah, I'm getting way too tired. I'll end up falling asleep on here if I don't call it eventually. Sorry, third hurt a kid. Still think I'm not. I don't really know. Hard to say. And if you are, do you need a Japan Ditto? I mean, if you have a spare one, that'd be pretty awesome. I don't have one, though. As far as egg hunts go, not for now, but I mean, it would be really awesome. I do like to occasionally put Pokemon, you know, in the daycare to, like, breed some eggs, especially, you know, with Stacy, how she likes to ask for certain ones. I mean, some things would be okay. Pretty cool. could trade you one. That'd be really awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, as far as the egg hunts go, let's not even attempt it tonight. I need some rest. Definitely starting to weigh in on me. I'm getting pretty tired. Hey, awesome, and congrats on the channel points. Glad you understand, and you know, I'll be back on. Also, if you follow on YouTube exclusively and stuff like that, I'll be on. Definitely hard to claim without, you know, the substantial proof. No stealing Pokemon cards here. Here we go. I wanted to do more tonight, but again, I'm starting to get very tired. And after this stream, I'm just going to want to kind of cook some food and go to bed. I do appreciate everybody watching, though, for real. Everybody joining in. Really appreciate that. It's really awesome. We're getting somewhere, though. We're getting there. Really hoping we can get somewhere with this. You're pretty iffy. Really don't want to have a shiny just like bleed through. Nothing so far. Here we go. You've had a bad or tough day. Pass out like an hour. Hey, that's pretty nice. I wish I could do that. I really have the opportunity not to, for the most part, which sucks. I'll try to when I can, though. We're getting there. Oh, that was it. Very nice. Very, very nice. So we got this shiny holographic Latios box. Also, I'm gonna be tired. They've kept things the same, but I'm also gonna be very tired and very hungry. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it after this part of the stream. And not only that, I'm gonna go ahead and actually call it on our food intake for the night because I'm tired and I am hungry. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. Pizza shiny. Hopefully everybody has a very, very, very great night, and I can't wait till next time. No shiny for me. I really can't wait till next time, but hopefully everybody can join in again. We'll see. Until next time, I'm definitely out of here. I'm very tired. very, very tired. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it 10 on it. So hopefully you have a great night. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And, you know, hopefully everything works out for you. But I'm going to go ahead and save myself. And hopefully you're getting a good save on. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, until next time, I'm out of here. Good night, everybody. And if you want to catch me next time, I will be on in the next couple of days. I'm not going to be playing Pokemon. I'm going to be playing Spider-Man. So, yeah. Till then, till next time, I'm out. Good night, everybody. Take it easy. Have fun. And, you know, until the next time. For sure.